Good evening. In previous session, we have seen the concept of sets. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the concept of dictionary. So let us see briefly about all the data types, what we have seen related to our sequences. So first we have seen about list concept. List we have seen. After that, we have seen about tuple. Next, we have seen set. And today we are going to see about dictionary. So the type is dict. Okay. So if we consider these three data types, you are going to have only the elements inside your sequence. That is, for example, let us take a list. If you take a list, here we can have group of elements. Okay, only individual elements are there. In the same way, if you are going to consider a tuple, just we are going to have a individual elements. In the same way, set also, we are going to have individual elements. But if you are going to consider a dictionary, in that every element is going to have two things. One is key, another one is pair. Sorry, key and value. So for every element in the dictionary, we are going to have key value pair. So that is going to be represented with key and value. This is first one, key one, value one. Okay, it is represented with inside a flower brackets. Next, key 2, value 2, and so on. So till now what we have seen, only we have seen group of single elements. Now we are going to see a group of objects which is having a key value pairs. That means if you want to represent the group of objects as a key value pairs, then we have to go for the concept of dictionary. This is the first point we have to understand. So what is that? So till now we have seen list, tuple and set, where we are going to store group of elements as a single object. So here we are going to have what, only the single elements. But if you want to store a group of objects as a key value pair, that means if I am going to consider single value inside a dictionary, it is going to have key and value. But here what happens? Here only one element is there. There is no concept of key value in list, tuple and set. There is only key value concept in our dictionary. This is the first point we have to understand. Next, insert, first point is what? If you want to represent a group of objects as a key value pairs, then we have to go for the concept of what? Dictionaries. In this there is no insertion order. Sorry, in this there is an insertion order. Insertion order is preserved. So one point I have to note here, that is, before 3.6 version, we are using what, 3.8.5, whatever we are using for our course. So before 3.6 version, there is no insertion order for this dictionary. So from 3.6 version onwards, we are having the insertion order for this dictionary. That means if you are going to use the version that is 3.5, there if you are going to insert the elements into the dictionary, there we cannot expect the order as we have seen in our set concept. But from 3.6 version onwards, we are having some insertion order. That means whatever the order you are going to insert into your dictionary, the same order the elements are going to be stored inside your dictionary. So don't worry about now. Directly I can say what? Insertion order is preserved, because now we are using 3.8 version. Next point is, this is very important point. So when we are going to consider list, tuple and set, in every data type we can use what? Heterogeneous objects. In the same way, here what we have to see, key and value are there. Two things are there. So here we have to take care of these things. Okay. So here heterogeneous values and keys are allowed. That means what? Values can be different type, keys can be different type, no problem. So heterogeneous values and keys are allowed in the dictionary. Next, about duplicates. In list we can have what? Duplicates. In tuple also we can have what? Duplicates. but instead we are not going to have the concept of duplicates. In the dictionary also we are having two things, one is key and another one is value. So here keys can't be duplicated or cannot be duplicated. That means what, if you are going to write a key called as 100, that 100 key should not be present once again. There should be only one key that is called as 100, for example. So keys can't be duplicated, but values can be duplicated. Just I will give one small example for this one. But values can be duplicated. Generally, if you are going to see a class register, in that what happens, there will be a roll numbers, for example 1 2 3 4 so on, for example up to 60 are there. If I see this list of roll numbers, will there be any duplicate? There will be no duplicate. So with this roll number we are going to have what, for every roll number there will be a name. Here name will be there. First let us consider Akbar is there, name is Akbar. Second names for example Aslam, and so on. Many names are there here. So let us consider, will the name can be repeated or not? Let us consider in a class we are having Hari is there, one more Hari is there. Their surnames are different but the names are same. That means what, here the roll numbers are different. Compulsory roll number should be different, but the names can be same. So here this can be considered as what, key. This can be considered as value. So what can I say here? Keys can't be duplicated, but values can be duplicated. So for this point you can take an example as your roll number and name. Okay, next very important point now, that is keys must be immutable. Very important point. Keys must be immutable. Keys must be immutable. What is meant by immutable? Already we know that if I am going to create any key, that means if I am going to write any key inside a dictionary, that should be only immutable type. Immutable means what? For example, all our fundamental data types are immutable. Those are int, float, next one is boolean, bool, next one complex, next one string, and we can also take tuple, etc. Okay, and so on. So if you want to take any key must be immutable. Value can be anything, no problem, but keys must be what? Immutable. So if you are going to take anything other than immutable things, we are going to get an error. Okay, let us see once again the points or the properties of our dictionary. So first point is, when we have to use this, that means when we have to come to this dictionary, means if you want to store a group of objects as a key value pairs, that means if you are having the concept of key value, that means for example roll number and name you want to store in your somewhere inside some data structure. So then I have to come to the concept of this dictionary where you are going to have key value pairs. Then we have to come to the concept of dictionary. Next, insertion order is preserved. That means what, in whatever the order you are going to insert, in the same order data is going to be inserted into your dictionary. But this rule is applied only from 3.6 version of our Python. Before 3.6 version, the insertion order is not preserved for our dictionary. So now we are using 3.8.5. In 10 or 15 days we are going to get 3.8.6 version also. So no need of remembering this from 3.6 version, because current versions are 3.8. Next, heterogeneous values and keys are allowed. That means what? Heterogeneous values and keys. That means if I'm going to consider this one, here I can take some int, here I can take some string, here I can take some float, and so on. Values also can be taken as different types, or we can also have same type also, no problem. It is not compulsory to have different type only. We can have same type, we can have different type. That means homogeneous and heterogeneous values and keys are allowed. Next, keys can't be duplicated. That means once we are going to create any key, that means for example here I have considered what, roll number. If you see the roll number of any student, it will not be duplicated. Compulsory it has to be different. But if you are going to see the name, compulsory there will be duplicates. So key, I am going to consider roll number as a key and name as a value. So what we can say by seeing this example, key can't be duplicated, but value can be duplicated. And last point is what? Keys must be immutable. Compulsory, whatever the key you are going to take, that key type should be immutable. That means once we are going to create that value, it should not be changed. Okay, this is about the properties of our dictionary. So now let us create a dictionary, right? So as we have seen in our set concept, if you want to create an empty set, what we have done there, sc equal to set empty. If I am going to write sc equal to open bracket and close bracket, will it become a set? It is not going to be a set. It is going to act as a what? Dictionary. It is going to act as a empty dictionary. If I am going to write flower bracket open and close without any elements inside that, we can consider it as a what? Empty dictionary is created. Now this is one way, and second way is if you want to create an empty dictionary, we can also use dict function. So if you are going to get in this way also, we are going to get what? Empty dictionary. So there are two ways to create an empty dictionaries. One is what? Some variable equal to open bracket and open flower bracket and closed flower brackets without any values. So I can consider these two as what? Empty dictionaries. Now let us create one small dictionary and let us insert the first dictionary values in the form of key and value. Let us take the example. Right now, let us take a small dictionary D, open bracket and close bracket. So if I print D, what happens? It is going to give me empty. I want to see the type of the D. So now see what you get, what you can see here. It is a dictionary type. Okay. Next, now I want to create one more dictionary with dict function. So if I write dict here, so if I print C, what happens? It is also empty. So let us see type of C. If you see type of C, what happens? It is a class dictionary. So here I have taken empty dictionaries. Now I want to insert some values into the dictionary. How to insert? So first way I'm going to take D equal to what should be there here? Compulsory key should be there, value should be there. So let us take some names here. One keys as integers, values as some what we can say names. So as a let us consider roll number and name I am going to consider here. So key value, key is what? Roll number I am considering for example, and name is what? Value is what? Name. Next 2 as okay. Next I'm going to consider 3. Okay. So here I have taken 4 key and values. Right. Now I want to print this dictionary. So just use D or we can also use print of D. Okay, you are going to get the dictionary. Here we have to observe what? Here, whatever the order I have inserted into our dictionary D, in the same order it is going to print. Okay, right. Here one thing we have to observe, that is every element inside our dictionary is having what? Two things. One is key, another one is value. Okay, right. This is one way of creating an dictionary. Next, second way I'm going to take, first I will take empty dictionary. If I print D, what happens? Empty dictionary is there. Individually I want to insert the elements into our dictionary. That is D of, listen carefully, it is not indexing, it is somewhat different when compared to indexing. So I want to insert some element D of roll number. Again same above a dictionary I want to create. So D of 1 equal to, I want to insert it as what? Shiva. If I create in this way, what happens means this indicates key, this indicates key, this indicates value. So if I press enter, inside what I am going to create? Inside a dictionary called as D, the key value is 1, value is what? Shiva is going to be stored. Let us print D and we can observe that. So what happens? 1 is going to act as what? Key, and Shiva is going to act as what? Value. Now if you want to create second key value pair, just take here key and here we have to write what? Value. Okay, right. In the same way, third one, D of 3, that equal to some name I am going to take. Okay, if I print D, what happens? All the elements has been stored inside the dictionary. Okay, right. So if I want to print the elements in single, that means what? Individually I want to print. Generally what we will take, for loop we are going to take. In the same way, here also I'm going to take one dictionary. For example, I will take this dictionary. Okay, just I will copy and paste it. Okay, so I have created one. If I write for I in D, okay, so let us print I value here. So you have to observe once carefully here. If the same concept is applied for a list, so list elements are going to be printed here. But if you are going to use the same concept for the dictionary, what happens means, here what happens, we are having for one item, we can call it as item or a element or a pair. If I considering one pair, here we are having what key and value we are going to have. Now the concept is, if I am going to use for I in D, what will be stored in I, whether one or whether Shiva or whether one and Shiva. Okay, let us see the answer. Okay, so as it stores only one value, we can understand that it may be one or Shiva it is going to store. So it will store only 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it's going to store only keys only. So then how to store the values? So don't worry. Let us see the same concept when we are going to see the methods and functions of this. Okay. All right. Now, this is a small example how to print the keys directly by using the for loop. What about values? I will take it. Later I will take it. We will see that. Okay. Next. If I try to uh, let us take what next point I will see here. Okay, next point is what? Next point is, we have seen what insertion order is preserved is completed. Heterogeneous objects we have taken. Immutable. Let us see immutability concept. So key should be always what? Immutable. And duplicates are also. Let us see about that. Let us take this D here, and I am going to take D as empty. What should be the key always? Key should be always immutable. So I will try to take mutable. That means what? Just I will take a list. List can be changeable. So inside this I am going to take one list. For example, 1 comma 2, and equal to I am going to take some value, that is some Shiva I am going to take. See what happens? Unhashable type list. That means this cannot be used as a key. Okay, this is about list. Now I want to show you about the duplicates also. So first I will take one list, same dictionary I'm going to take here. Now let us see D, what happens. One key is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 are keys. So no need of seeing about values, because values are can be duplicated. So I'm not going to bother about this values. Now I want to duplicate this key. Okay, first I will insert one element. Without doing that, just I will insert an element. Some Hari I am going to insert here. So see what happens. So the element is inserted into your dictionary. Let us see that. So it is inserted here. Okay, right. Insertion is completed. Now I am going to use the same key here. Okay, same key D of 1. Is one key is present inside the dictionary? Yes, one is there already here. But I want to change the name as Venu, for example, here. Now what happens? There will be no error, no problem of error. Here what happens means, I will explain now. Whenever we are going to have, let us take one, some Shiva, to some Rama I am going to take. Okay, this is what D. What happens here means, if whenever I am going to insert some element D of 3 equal to, I am going to insert Prasad. So here first it will check whether this key is present or not. Is 3 is present inside this dictionary? No. So that it will insert, no problem. Next, in second case I will take D of 1. D of 1 as Hari. So first it will check what? Whether 1 is present or not. That is key is present or not in our dictionary. Is one key is present in our dictionary or not? Yes, it is present. So what happens? The value is going to be replaced. Just the value is going to be replaced with what? Hari. But key is not going to be duplicated here. Okay, once again I'm repeating. If the key is not going to be present in the dictionary, that will be added in this way. If the key is already present inside a dictionary, the value will be replaced with the new value. So let us see with an example. Okay, so let's take this one, D of, okay, just I will print. Okay, already I have done this one, D of 1 equal to Venu I have done. What happens here? Already 1 is there here, so that the Shiva is going to be replaced with Venu. So you can observe clearly here. Okay, so what we have to see, there are no duplicates here for the keys. But if you want to have the duplicate values, let us take duplicate value as D of 6 I want to take, and for this I am going to take the name as same Hari. Already Hari is there, again I want to take Hari only. If I print D, what happens? Hari is there, Hari is there, duplicate is allowed. But if I try to duplicate the keys, it is not possible. Okay, if that key is already present, the value is going to be modified, that's it. If the key is not present, then that key and value are going to be added to our dictionary. Okay, right. Now this is what we have seen, only one element here, that is what key is 1 and value is 1. But now I want to insert multiple values for a single key. Very important concept. What I want to insert multiple values for the single key. Just I will take the name of dictionary is details. So in this, just I will take my friends names. Just I will take key as what? Friends. So I am having many friends, so that I have to take what? Some group of names I have to take. Just I will take group of names. For example, I will take Naveen, and next I will consider Vijay and Roy. Okay, right. Let us take these three names. This is one key. I want to take second key as their addresses. Okay, just I will take key value, key name as what? Address, and I want to write their addresses here. So I will take it in a tuple. Okay, just I want to show you that multiple names can be taken, sorry, multiple values can be taken into a dictionary. I want to show that. So let us take here Vijayawada, next Hyderabad, HYD, and US, for example. Okay, so see what happens here. I have created a dictionary with two items or two pairs. One is what? Friends key, and another one is address. For this friends, multiple values are there. For this key also we are having multiple values. So if you are going to press enter, what happens? Sorry, this should be a, sorry, string should be there. Just I have keep it without the single quotes. Just I have to keep what? It is not having type. Just I have to make it as type. So if I keep single quotes, it can understand. If I write as it is, it cannot understand. Okay, right. Now if you press enter, what happens? Some dictionary has been created internally. Let us see how it is created. Okay, see, for friends we are having what? A group of elements we are going to have, and for address also we are having what? Group of values. In this way we can create multiple values for a single key. Okay, right. Now I want to access the elements of the dictionary. Okay, how to access the elements of the dictionary? So generally, if I am going to see a list, in the inside that, if I want to retrieve any element of a list, let us take one list here. So 10, 20, 30 I am going to take. If I want to retrieve this one, what I have to do? Just I have to write the index. Let us take this one as A of 0, it will give you what? 10. A of 1, it will give you 20. A of 2, it is going to give you what? 30. In the same way, if I want to take a dictionary values, so we are having, let us see the concept of that one. So here dictionary uses keys. That means what? Here we are having what? Keys and values are there. So that if you want to retrieve the value, we are going to use the keys to retrieve that values. Okay. So keys can be used, as we have seen that keys can be used either inside square brackets or by using the get method. So I will not discuss about get method now. Whenever we are going to see the concept of functions and methods, there I will show you about get method. But now I want to show you only one thing, that how to access the elements of the dictionary. Just already I have created one dictionary called as what? Details. In this I want to access the values. Just I have to take what? Details of what is the keys we are having inside that. Friends I am having, and another one is address I am having. Here I am going to use friends. So automatically when I'm trying about try to take the values of friends, just we have to give the key. That's it. It is going to give you value. So for small example, inside in our class, in any class, if I call roll number 4, who is going to respond? Let us take Naveen. The roll number 24 is what? Naveen. So whenever 24 is called, automatically this particular value is going to respond in our case. That means if you are going to call key, we are going to get what? Value. Okay. So if you want to access the elements, we can access by using the key here, and also we can access by using a get method, and also we are having some, if you want to get only keys, we are having some method. If you want to get only values, we are having some methods. If you want to get both the keys and values also, we are going to have some methods. So let us see those methods. Okay, when we are going to discuss about those methods, we will see it. Right now the concept is, here I am accessing what? Details of friends. It is available here, so that we are getting the answer. For example, sir, let us try with the indexes. Let us try with indexes, as we have seen in our list concept. So let us try with 0. D of 0 means, as per our knowledge, what should be there? Okay, friends and Naveen should be, Naveen, Vijay, Royan should be printed. But see here, what happens here? Key error 0. That means generally it is such, it will see only for the keys. But is there any key called as 0? No, there is no index called as 0 in our dictionary. So it is saying what? Key error. That means whatever the key you have given, that is not going to be present in our dictionary. Okay. So we have to understand this one. Here, if I write D of something, it will think what? It will not think it as an index. It will treat it as a what? It as a key. So it is telling what? Key error. 0 is not there. Okay, you are asking for 0, but 0 is not there. It is telling to us. So that we cannot access that as by using the indexes. We can access the values by using the concept of what? Keys. Okay. This is about index. Now, let us take one more example here. So if I take D dot, okay, D of address, I will take here ADDRESS. So will we get any value? So what we are going to have here? ADDRESS. So here we are not going to get any value, because this is written as D. Sorry, this is written as D. So let us take details. The name of this one is what? Details. In the same case, above also I have taken D. Anyway, if you take 0, it is going to give you same error, key error. Now I want to take what? Details of address I have to take. I have taken D of address above. So what? We will get what? Vijayawada, Hyderabad and US. That means what? If we want to access the values of any dictionary, we have to take what? We have to take the key of that particular value. So automatically we are going to get the value. Right. So now let us take one small example for this one. Just I am going to read the details of a student, and I want to print that details as an output. Okay, let us take that one. I am going to take a details of a student, so that just I will take details. Some empty values I am going to take here. Sorry, empty dictionary I am going to take. Later I will insert the values into this dictionary. So first I want to ask the user to enter the number of students. Okay, so that input enter number of students. So what happens here? Number of students is going to be inserted, and it is going to be stored in n in the form of what? String. But I want to convert it into what? Int. So that I have to use a function called as int to convert this string into int. So number of students has been stored. So for every student I have to store the details of that particular student. So just I will take while loop here. So while I less than or equal to some value n. Okay, for n times this loop has to be executed. So first initially let us take I equal to 1. You can also take I equal to 0, then the condition will be changed here anyway. Now I less than n. Let us take n value is 3, I value is 1. So how many times this loop is going to be executed? For 1, for 2, and for 3. So internally I will increment the I value so that it will take only 3 times. So what I want to take details as role name, for example name. So name is what? String type. Just I have to write what? Enter your name, or just I will write enter name. Okay, next the details I want to take from the student is his roll number, his or her roll number. So roll number equal to roll number, let us take it as a integer. So int of what I have to take? Input of enter roll number. Enter roll number. So he will enter his roll number. First student will be entered. Next second student will be entered, and so on. We are going to enter the details of the students. Now the concept is what I have to associate here. I have to create a dictionary which is going to have looks like here. First one is what? Roll number should be there. Next is what? Name should be there. First roll number, first student name. Next what happens? Second roll number, his name. Third roll number, his name. Fourth roll number, his name. In this way we have to create a dictionary. So I had what already here? Name is taken and roll number is taken. Just I want to create a dictionary. That is what? Details is empty z. So details of, so what I have to take here? First I have to take roll number here. That means inside that this roll number is going to act as a what? Key. So for that I am going to give a value as what? Name. Now what happens here? So one key and one value is created for every iteration. So finally I'm going to take I equal to I plus 1. So the value is going to be incremented, and once the condition is going to fail, we are going to get out of this while loop. Just I want to print details. So we are going to get details of the student in the form of what? In the form of dictionary. Just first I will execute this one, later I will modify this program. So just I will explain this program once. See here. So just I'm going to take, for example, n value as 3 here. Okay, so that means n value is 3 here. I value is what? Initially 1. So name, first it is asking what? As this condition is true, we will enter into this one. So first I'm going to enter name as Shiva and roll number as 50. Okay, next what it is going to do? Details of roll number. Details means what? Empty dictionary is there already with me. So here what it is going to be considered as key? Roll number I am going to enter. What is the roll number here? 50. So 50 is going to be entered as a key. And what is the value I am going to pass? Name. What is the name here? Shiva. So Shiva will be inserted here. This is first loop. Next what I am going to do? I equal to I plus 1. That means I value is incremented to 2. The condition is true. Next what happens? Second thing will be inserted here. Next I value becomes 3. So condition is satisfied. Next third value is going to be inserted here. Next condition is going to be failed, and I want to see what are the elements that are present inside our details. So it will print all the details that we are going to have inside our dictionary. So first I will just print this one. Later I will change the modify this program. Okay, right. Now see, you are going to get what? It is asking number of students. Just I will give 2 students. I will give. It is asking name. Shiva I am going to give. I am going to give roll number as 1. It is asking the second name. Okay, let us take enter another name. So I am going to take it as a Ram. I want to give his roll number as 2. So see, after pressing enter, we are going to get what? Just I am printing the dictionary. So it is printed in the form of what? Dictionary only. So it is printed at what? First key is printed. After roll number is printed. In the same way, key is printed and roll number is printed here. Now I want to print this key and values clearly. That means what? One side I have to get what? Roll number. Another side I want to get what? Name. First roll number should be printed, and second name should be printed. So just I will modify this program, or otherwise I will add the some more code here. That is what? For just I will take X here. Already I is taken X details. From details I want to take into X. So already in previous example I have shown you that what if I take for loop here, what happens from the details it will store only keys. Only keys will be stored here. Already I have shown you that example. Just I will show you once again. Okay, see in this output I have shown you only keys has been taken. Okay, 1 2 3 4. So here what happens, only keys are going to be stored in X. What about value? I will print that one. Just see. So here I want to print what? Student details. So first I will write, before going to this for loop, just I want to write print of student details. Student details I am going to write. Right. Next, what I have to print? First I want to print his roll number. Okay, roll number means what? Key. Okay, key only is there. Just I want to print as what? Roll number. So just I will write roll number. Next, after giving some space, I want to print his name. Okay, that means the space is going to be taken by using this /t concept. Okay, already we have seen this one, /t means it is we are going to get what? Two spaces here. After that I want to print the name. So right, these are the headers. Now I want to print what? First I want to print a roll number. Where this key is present? Key is present inside a X. So just I will print of X. So roll number is printed. What about name? Name is present where? Inside a value. If I want to get the value, how I have to print it? Just if I write details of X, what happens? If the X value is 1, what is going to be printed? Details of X means the corresponding value is going to be printed. That means here key is going to be printed, here value is going to be printed. So key is what? Roll numbers. Next value is what? Name only. So details of X if you write, automatically we are going to get what? Value is going to be printed. Just for what can I say, decoration, just I will write what here, some tab spaces I will give here. Okay, 2 tab spaces I will give as I have given above. /t I'm going to take. Yes. So let us execute this program once so that you can observe clear output. See what happens here. First it is asking enter number of students. Just I will take 2 only. Enter the name. Shiva I am going to take roll number as 1. Next Ram I am going to take roll number as 2. See what happens. So first it has printed dictionary as I have printed above. And what it is going to print? Roll number in one order, name is in one order. So what happens if I want to get the value from a dictionary? What I have to take? I have to take key. So that to print this one, what I have taken? Details of key. If I take details of key, it is going to give you what? Value. So in this place, it is going to print what? Details of X. First loop, it will take details of 1. So it is giving what? Shiva. Next, what happens? Details of 2. It is going to print what? What is the value for this key to Ram? So it is going to print it as Ram. You can observe that one here. Okay. This is a small example for that. Right. Now, let us see about, already we have seen, that is what I can also add the elements to our dictionary. So if already the value is present, what happens? Let us take once briefly I will explain. Okay. Just I will take 2 at 10. Here I will take some Shiva. Just I am taking, you can take anything here, but to understand clearly, I am taking numericals and strings to differentiate key and values. You can take anything, no problem. So Shiva and Ram I am going to take here. Now the concept is I want to add some elements to my dictionary. How to add that? So if you want to add, just I have to write what? I have to insert a key here, and equal to I have to write what? I have to write value here. Then what happens? Automatically key is going to be inserted with a corresponding value. If I print D, what happens? So key is inserted and value is inserted. So if I want to insert a value for a key which is already present, let us take 10 here. If I want to write some name here, Hari, what happens here? First it will check whether the 10 is present or not. Is 10 is present or not in our D? Yes, it is present. So what happens? The Shiva is going to be replaced with Hari. That's it. Because what is the concept? Duplicates are not allowed. So what happens? Key will not change. So duplicates or key is not allowed. So key will not change. Just value is going to be stored here. Okay. Because why this concept is implemented means keys are not possible to duplicate here. So that just the value is going to be replaced. If duplicates are allowed in this concept, for example, what can be happened? Here once again 10 colon Hari is going to be printed in here. Okay. But in our concept, what happens? Keys cannot be duplicated. Okay. This is the concept. So by seeing this concept, we can understand one point. That point is, I have not discussed that point. That point is what? Dictionaries are mutable. That point I have missed. Dictionaries are what? Mutable. That means once if you are going to create a dictionary, I can change the values of that dictionary, but not keys. Anyway, we are changing. If you are changing at least one, that is called, that concept is called as what? Mutable. So here I can change what? I can change the values. So mutability concept is applicable here. I can change the size of the dictionary also. Okay. So in the case of size also, we can say our dictionary as what? Mutable. Okay. This is about some of the concepts of important points about our dictionary. Now, let us go to the functions and methods of our dictionary. Okay. So basic thing is what basic functions are. First, if I'm seeing set, I have to talk about set. So here I am talking about dictionary. I am talking about. So dict I am going to talk about. So what is the use of this dict? First point, it is used to create empty dictionary. To create empty dictionary. Okay. Next, second point is to convert any type to convert any type to dictionary. I am going to use what? I am going to use a function called as dictionary. So two uses are there. One is what? To create a empty dictionary, I am going to use dict function, or to create to convert any type to dictionary, I am going to use dict function. So now let us see this concept. Right. Let us take an examples here. Directly I will take here. So to create a empty dictionary, you know that just I have to write in this way. So empty dictionary is going to be created. Already we have seen this. Now I am going to take d equal to dict of. This is a function, so that I have to write in this way. Inside this I have to pass some values. So to create, if I create in this way also, directly without having this dict function also I can create, but inside this dict function also I can have what? Key and values I can write. Okay. So see, if I print D, we are going to get what? Same dictionary we are going to get. Right. Next one, I will pass some list of elements. Okay. So dict of. So you may think that, sir, you told that dict is going to convert any type to what we can say dictionary. But here, if you are going to write set, what happens? Let us see. We are going to get an error. Reason is what? Here, inside a set, what is the elements we are having? Single elements are there. But for a dictionary, what we require? We require both keys and values. So we should not do in this way. If you want to do, or if you want to insert the elements, or if you want to convert the elements to the dictionary by using dict method, compulsory keys and values has to be passed. That is, so see here, so only single value should not be passed here. Inside a, so 10 inside list, what I have to do? Let us take Shiva here. In this way we have to take in the form of tuples inside a list. I have to tell it as a single pair. So to indicate that, I am going to write what? Parenthesis. So let us take without parenthesis. First I will show you that what happens. Later I will take with parenthesis. Okay. Next, let us take 20 RAM I am going to take. So let us create this one. So what has happened? It is going to tell you what? Syntax error. So how to make this? Just make it as a tuple, just by enclosing the key and value inside a parenthesis. So now if you see this one, what happens? 1 minute. Some problem is there here. Oh, right. Here I'm doing what? Just I'm going to convert it. So here colon should not be there. Where colon has to be present? Colon has to be present inside a dictionary, but it is not a dictionary. I am going to create this list of elements as a dictionary. So here I have to pass what? Commas. Right. Now see. Okay. What happens? It is created. So if I try with this, let us see what happens. I will place commas also and I will try. Right. Now see what happens. Clearly it is saying what? Same error. That means what? If you want to convert any type to dictionary, compulsory it should be present inside a tuple form only. Here I have taken what? List I am taking. Okay, sorry. Here I am taking list, and inside that key value pairs are separated within a parenthesis. Now same thing I am going to consider inside a what can I say? Tuple. That means inside this within parenthesis. So if we take within parenthesis, what it can be considered as? Tuple only. So we are going to get it in a it is converted it into a dictionary. Okay, one point we have to understand what here. If you want to convert any type to dictionary, we are going to use dict. But if you're going to write key value, compulsory it has to be enclosed inside a parenthesis only. So if you want to pass a list of tuples, in this way we have to pass. Okay, because key and values are there here. So compulsory inside a parenthesis only we have to pass. If you pass without the parenthesis, we are going to get an error in this way. Okay, we can also pass tuple of tuples also. Right. So this is about dict function. Now let us go to next method, that is length. Sorry, let us go to next function, that is length function. As we know that length is going to be used for any of the sequences. Okay, so just here I want to find length of D. Already we know D is having how many elements? 2 elements. One is 10 Shiva, another one is 2 and Ram. Okay, so what happens? Answer is what? 2. Length of this one is what? 2. One is 10 Shiva, second one is 20 Ram. This is considered as one element inside a dictionary. This is considered as one more element inside a dictionary. Okay, this is about length. Next, I want to discuss about a get. So whenever we are accessing the element of a dictionary, I have used what? In this way I have used. That is, if I want to use that, just I have written what? D of 10. If I write D of 10, what it is going to print? It is going to give me a Shiva. That means if you want to access a element, compulsory we have to use the key. This concept is completed. Now, by using a method called as get method, I can retrieve the values. So what I have to do? By using a get method, for that get method I have to pass what? Key as a parameter. So if I pass key as a parameter, the output will be what? The output will be value is going to be returned. Okay, let us see with a small example. So already here I am having a D. D means what? 2 pairs are there here, 10 Shiva and 20 Ram are there. I want to retrieve the values. So just I will write D dot get of 10. What happens here? The value is going to be printed. Okay, in this way also we can retrieve. In this way also we can access the values. Let us consider if the key is not available. Let us take D dot get of 30. I am going to take. Is 30 is available inside our D dictionary? No, it is not available. So here we are not going to get any error, but just it is going to throw what? None. None means what? It is not going to return anything. So if you print this one, you can understand it is throwing a none. Just print this one. Just you can understand what it is going to throw. So what it is going to throw, what it is going to return? It is going to return what? None. Okay, right. Now, sir, if the key is not there here, why none? I don't want to print none. Just I want to print some other value on my own. That means see here, D dot get off 30. It is not there. So I don't want to print this none. Okay, I want to print some message. That means what? For example, key is not there. I want to print. Now what happens? See, just I will print this one. If you print also, same concept. If you are not going to print also, it will print the same thing, but for a clarity I'm going to print. So see what happens. If I print d of d dot get of 30 comma something, it is going to print what? This value it is going to print. This is called as a default value. So when this default value is going to be used, means whenever the key is passed to a get method, if that key is not present inside a dictionary, is 30 is present in our dictionary? No, it is not present. So generally it will print what? None. So I don't want to print none, I want to print some what we can say default value. So it is going to be printed if this key is not present in our dictionary. Sir, for example, key is present, let us take 20, but I want to print some message here. Let us take Hari for the sake of, okay, let us take Hari here. Now what happens? Observe carefully. Okay, what it is printed? Ram. When this Hari will be printed, if 20 is not present, Hari will be printed, but is 20 is already present in our dictionary, so no problem, original value will be printed. So this value will be printed only if the key is not available in our dictionary. But as 20 is present in our dictionary, the corresponding value of 20 is going to be printed, but default value will not be printed. When default value will be printed? Default value will be printed only when that particular key is not present in the dictionary. Okay, so this is about get. So get method is used to do what? Get method is used to access the elements or access the value of a particular key. The same thing can also be done by using these square brackets also. Right. Now, second method. Let us see next method, that is pop method. So pop already is the same method we have seen in our previous concept, that is set. So what is the use of pop? It is going to remove the element. Which element? So just I will already yesterday concept I have discussed. So pop and push generally used where? Inside a stack. So let us think it is a stack. So inside a stack, we are going to, it is going to follow a principle called as last in first out. That means those who are the elements which are inserted last will be removed first. For this general example will be CD rack, okay, or book rack. If you are going to insert a books, so this is last book which is inserted first I have to place this one. Next on that book I am placing this one. On this book we are going to place this one. On this book we are going to place this one. So first if you want to remove, which book you are going to remove? Fourth book you are going to remove. So when it is inserted, last it is inserted. Okay, that means what happens here? Last inserted is going to be removed first. That is last in, first out. In the same way, if you are going to apply pop, whatever the element that is inserted last into your dictionary, that will be removed. So let us see a small example. Anyway, the concept of pop is what? It is going to remove the element from the dictionary. Just I will take some large dictionary so that we can perform some operations on that one. Okay, just I will take this dictionary. So just I will take it as a D equal to, I will take D equal to, that means dictionary name is what? D. Now see here. Now what I want to do, first you have to understand what is the elements that are present in D. So first inserted element is what? 10 Shiva. Second element is what? 20 Ram. Third is what? 30 Prasad. Now just I am going to use, I want to pop here. I want to pop a particular key. Okay, here this is what pop. So pop item is there. That whatever the concept I have executed there, I have explained that is about pop item, not about pop. So about pop, what happens here? If we want to pop a particular element, that means I have to specify that key. So d dot I have explained about pop item, not pop. Please just I will write here. This is about pop item, not about pop. What about pop? Here for this pop, I can pass a parameters like key. Okay, right. This is about pop item. Once again, when next concept is pop item only. At that time, I will show you the same concept. Right now, see d dot pop. Pop of what? I want to delete this RAM. this one I want to delete. So just I have to write what 20. If I write d dot pop of 20, see what happens. It is going to remove this entire key and value, and while it is going to pop, it is going to return as a value. In yesterday's case also we have seen. So pop is going to remove the particular element, and while removing it, it is going to return the value of that one. That means pop of 20 means it is going to remove 20 and key and value, but it is going to return you what? That particular value. Now I want to pop 10 also. D dot pop of 10. Yes, no problem, it is popped. So it is showing us. So if what happens, two elements are deleted, only one pair is remaining. So now I want to pop the key which is not present. That is what, for example, 20 is deleted, so it is not present here. So I will take 20. Is it present in this dictionary? No, only 30 is present. Now what happens? See, it is going to give you what? An error saying key error, because it is not present. So if it is not present, if you are trying for that, what happens? We are going to get an error. So now this is about what? Pop. Let us take d dot pop of 30 is there already. So just I will write 30 comma Hari. Let us take 30 comma Hari. But with this 30, what happened? Prasad is present. So it is going to, whenever it is going to delete, it is going to print what? Hari only. Sorry, Prasad only. Now see, D is empty. Now observe. If I take D of D dot pop of 10 comma, is 10 is present? Not there. If I write Hari, so what happens? Here we are getting what? Error. But if I write default value, why here we are getting error? D dot pop of 20 means that particular 20 is not there. But now here, if I am going to write in this way, then what happens? The default value it is going to return. But if you see what at D, what happens? Nothing is there in the D. So if nothing is there in your D, sorry, I should not say in that way. If the key is not present in your D, then if you pass that particular key, only key, you can observe what? Key error. So if you don't want to get this type of error, pass the default values. That is, just I will create once again the same dictionary, right? I have created this one. So here, is there any 40 element? So 40 element is not there here. 40 key is not there. But just I want to pop that 40. So if I pop directly, what happens? You are going to get an error, but I don't want to get an error if the element is not present also. So what you want to get? I want to get some message, some string or some value I want to get. Just I will write here, Hari, I am going to write here, for example. So then what happens? If I execute this statement, here we are not going to get any error, just we are going to get the default value. Okay, that means what? If you don't want to, if you are going to pop a key, a value which is not present, that is what, by using a key. If I write 40 here, is it present in our dictionary? No. So that generally we will get an error. If you don't want to get an error, just we have to pass the default value. Next concept, sir, if key is present, let us consider I'm going to pop 20. Is 20 is present in our dictionary? Yes. So if I do in this way, what happens? Whatever the value that is corresponding to this 20, it is there. So it is going to be responded. Okay, that is going to be returned. But this Hari is not going to be returned. Why it is not going to be returned? Reason is it is a default value. If the key is not present in our dictionary, Hari is going to be returned. So now what happens? 20 is removed. If I try the same thing now, now what happens? Hari is going to be returned because 20 is not there. Okay, this is the concept of pop. Now let us take pop item. Okay, same, whatever the concept I have explained here is related to pop item. So pop item means what? Here I am not going to pass any values to this one. That means just I am going to take it as what? Pop item. Just it is going to pop. But here in the case of this pop, what happens? I have to pass some key value. So the corresponding key and value are going to be removed. What about pop item? So the last inserted will be what? Removed first. Just I will show you that example. So just I want to create this one. So list dictionary is created. Yes. Now see, observe carefully. What is the last inserted value? 30 Prasad. So I want, okay, if you want to insert one more element last, that is D of 40 I'm going to take equal to some value I'm going to insert here. Now what D, see, observe here, D in D, what happens? 4 pairs are there. Directly if I apply D dot pop item, which item is going to be popped? So automatically the last inserted element is going to be popped. What is the last inserted element? 40. Kollu is going to be last element. So what happens? Before going to remove, it is going to return. If I see D, what happens? Inside that 40 Kollu is going to be removed. Now you may get some doubt that, sir, if I write some parameter to this one, I want to remove 20, sir. So what happens? It is going to give you a clear error saying what? Your pop item takes only no arguments. That means zero arguments. Why you are giving one argument? Clearly it will say that. So for pop item, what happens? It will remove the last in first out. That is not last element, is last inserted element, it is going to remove. Now in D, what we are having? 10, 20 and 30. So last inserted value is what? 30 only. So it is removing that one. Okay, removed. Next I want to insert what? I want to pop. 20 RAM is popped. Now what happens? D dot pop item, 10 is going to be removed. Now if I try to use this one, what happens? You cannot apply pop item into a empty dictionary. That is how we can remove an element where nothing is present. So it is going to give you an error. Okay, so this is about some of the methods of this dictionary. So in next session, let us see about remaining methods and functions of our dictionary. Thank you.